Yes, we all have this personal part that we have to deal with, and especially with our relationships and our family, and it's hard, yeah, because this is what we've known. This is how we've set up our life. But now you know that you've made it all up. That's all. It's all make-believe. And so all of creation is that. You've created these ideas, and now you can see that everybody's okay, but if they decide to hang on to those ideas, well, again, it's their choice. And so there's Rebazar and Paul showing Harold and Peter Stelsky, again, just like Darwin, Paul went through what we all go through. Rebazar, the real guides, and everyone has went through it, brought it to Paul, and he struggled with it too. Finally, he figured it out. He brought it forward. And then Darwin came. I knew Darwin, knew Harold, etc., knew them, Marjorie, etc. And, they decided to keep the same idea going. And instead of seeing more like Paul did, Paul is with the real guys, Paul's the real guy. Well, Darwin and Harold decided that it was about them. That all of a sudden, now I can claim the master title, and I am the master. So that's the way they went. And it's become a very good example of what not to do for all of us. So it doesn't matter what people say when they say, it's your ego, it's your mind thing or whatever. Don't matter what they say. Once you focus on the is and really start to recognize and realize what this true reality is, you see that it's more than freedom. It's really like the air you breathe. In other words, it's not about freedom either. This is mind stuff that we've grown up with, which we needed at that time to kind of give us something to be motivated to respond to. But now we don't need that anymore. We don't need these ideas because it's not about freedom. It's about what life is. That's the best part. It's better than freedom because look at the people here and the struggling they're going through on the earth. They're trying to chase freedom, and it's always chasing something, and it's not about that. Freedom is just a label. So now we see the difference between freedom and God and spiritual and meditation and all these hocus pocus things. They're just ideas made up here. Healings and all these things. Fine, we do them, but they're just little gimmicks in creation because we've created all of this stuff. We've created the relationships. We're like the air. We're the isness. We're aware. We're awareness. This is the best part. And so, yes, we can present something to somebody, but if they want to have their will with it, you let them be. That's their right to have that. So again, this is where the relationship idea gets in the way, thinking that, this is my relative, this is my mother, this is my brother. I had a mother here too. I had a dad here too. I tried to present this to them. They weren't interested. Fine, I let them go. They're on their own journey. It's their choice. They're not ready. That's it. So again, I didn't have an emotional strangulation about it or become upset myself. No, I didn't do any of that. I just let it go because that's what I learned. Let it go. It's their life. Let it go. No such thing as mother, father, brothers, sisters, or whatever. As you keep reinforcing this, that becomes your reality. The reality is everybody has chosen to come here. And through these identities, they've made them up, is all they have done. And to have the experience to wake up. That's why everybody's here. But not everybody wants to wake up. And that's it. So all the foo-foo that we've created, hocus pocus and whatever, that's just made up. So again, that can strangle a person. And it usually, yes, we care. We do care. But we don't want to control. We don't want to decide to control. And that's where if you can't control the situation, if my mother or my father's doing this and I don't want them to do it, Then you get frustrated and you start to be concerned and worried. Well, that's really control. I've seen it. You want to control them? You want it your way? You want them to do things your way? Well, that's not going to get you anywhere, and it's not going to get them anywhere either. We are all beings, and that's what it is. And each person, each moment, decides their experience, their life. It's that simple, like the sun shining. So you have the opportunity, because you are aware that, no, we're not the body. We just made this body. We made it all up. And Kevin's experience was very, very good, because, again, he went to Vegetation Planet where, again, but they're doing it here too, cloning, making vegetation out of the natural environment, bodies, whatever. It don't matter. Creation's all the same. It looks different, but it's all the same thing. There's not one thing better than another. It's just creation. But we can make better choices while we're here. That's something else. Of course, that makes sense. So it's a real challenge, isn't it, for all of us? But here's the opportunity to get real, to be real, which is better than any freedom that you have chased in the past, because there's no such thing. There's no freedom here. Life is not about freedom. It's like the sun shining. It already is wonderful. Simply embrace it for what it is and be wonderful too.